Good day mga kamatiniks. Once again, this is Sir J. And for today's topic, I am going to discuss to you about factoring difference of two squares. Okay, so bago tayo mag-start sa ating lesson, sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-subscribe sa aking channel, mag-subscribe na po kayo and pakihit na rin yung notification bell para updated kayo palagi sa ating mga i-upload na videos. At pakilike na rin ang videong ito. Okay, let's start. So let's recall the topic about special product, particularly the product of the sum and difference of two terms. So it states that the product of the binomial a plus b and the binomial a minus b is equal to the difference of two squares, which is a squared minus b squared. So ito siya. And then, to find the factor, okay, so to factor this one, to factor the difference of two squares, you just have to reverse the pattern. Okay, i-reverse lang natin yung pattern natin dyan. So, ayan. So, a squared minus b squared is equal to the binomial of a plus b times the binomial a minus b. So, ito class yung kanyang factors. Ito yung sum. Ito yung difference ng ating two squares. Okay? Yung difference ng ating two squares ay ito. Then, ang kanyang factors ay ito. So, yan yung ating pattern sa pagpa-factor natin ng difference of two squares. Okay? So, yan yung ating pattern dyan, ha? So, in order to use this factoring technique, recall the concept of perfect squares. For example, 16. So, recall lang natin yung mga perfect squares natin, concept of perfect squares. Example 16. Okay, so what is the, yung 16 natin ay perfect square ito. That is equal to 4 squared. Okay? Then, what about x squared? O yan. X squared is equal to x times x or x squared. Then next is what about 25a squared? Okay, 25a squared. Ayan. So yung 25a squared natin, ayan ay equal to 5 quantity of 5a squared. Okay? So, yung 25a squared is equal to quantity of 5a squared. Then, what about yung 9y raised to 4? Okay, 9y raised to 4. So, that is equal to 3y squared raised to 2. Okay? So, yan ay equal to 3y squared raised to 2, yung ating 9y raised to 4. Okay? What about yung 1/4? 1/4 is equal to quantity of 1/2 squared. Ayan. So, quantity of 1/2 squared or 1/2 times 1/2, that is 1/4. So, yan yung example. Yan yung concept ng perfect squares. I hope na-recall ninyo kasi magagamit ninyo yan dito sa ating lesson. So, let's proceed with our example number 1. So, write x squared minus 9 in completely factored form. Okay, so step 1, we need to express the first and the second term in exponential form with a power of 2. Okay? So, kailangan i-express natin yung ating first term at saka second term in exponential form. So, with a power of 2. So, x squared, siyempre, yung x squared natin, ayan ay x squared. Tapos, yung 9 naman natin, that is x squared. Okay, x squared yan. And then, or simply put this in this manner. Okay, erase ko lang yan, ha. Ayan, wait lang for a while. Okay. Okay, so x squared is equal to Ayan, ilagay lang natin sa quantity yung x, then raised to 2. Ayan. What about yung 9? Okay, so yung 9 natin ay 3 squared. Okay? So, exponential form na siya with a power of 2. Then, step 2, subtract the two terms in exponential form following the pattern a squared minus b squared. So, x squared, quantity of x squared minus, yung ating pattern ha, quantity of 3 squared. Ayan. Okay? Then, step 3, factor completely following the pattern. Okay, follow this pattern. A squared minus b squared equals quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a minus b. So, kopyahin lang natin yan. That is x squared. Okay, x squared minus 3 squared equals, okay, yung ating a dyan ay x plus 3, yung ating b times yung ating a naman which is x, then minus naman dito, then yung ating b which is 3. So ito na ang kaniyang complete factored form. Itong quantity of x plus 3 times the quantity of x minus 3. So yan yung ating complete factored form. Okay, so I hope na gets ninyo yung ating example number 1. Diba? Madali lang. Let's proceed to example number 2. Write 16a raised to 6 minus 25b squared in completely factored form. So step 1, express the first and the second terms in exponential form with a power of 2. So yung 16a raised to 6 that is equal to, okay, so itong 16a raised to 6 that is equal to 4. Okay, so 4 ito kasi yung ating 16 squared. Yan ay 4. Okay, so yan ay 4a cube. 4a cube raised to 2. Okay? So 4a cube raised to 2. Then, yung ating 25b squared naman is equal to 5b, quantity of 5b squared. Then step 2, subtract the two terms in exponential form following the pattern a squared minus b squared. So quantity of 4a cube raised to 2 minus quantity of 5b squared. Then step 3, factor completely following the pattern. So kopyahin lang natin, i-follow lang natin yung pattern natin dyan. So that is quantity of 4a cube, okay, minus 5, quantity of 5b squared. Then, kopyahin lang natin yung a natin ay 4a cube. Okay, 4a cube plus yung ating 5b. Okay, times the quantity of yung a ulit, 4a cube, minus naman yung ating 5b. Okay, so ito na yung ating complete factored form. Okay, so I hope na gets ninyo yung ating example number 2. So let's proceed with example number 3. So we have here a squared times b raised to 4 minus 81 or a squared b raised to 4 minus 81 in completely factored form. Okay, so express the first and the second term in exponential form with the power of 2. So yung a squared natin, ito ay magiging, okay, a squared b raised to 4. So this one will become a, okay, a times b raised to 2 squared. Okay? Then, yung ating 81 naman is equal to 9 squared. Okay? Then, step 2, subtract the terms in exponential form following the pattern a squared minus b squared. So, we have here AB squared raised to 2 minus 9 squared. Ayan. So, follow the pattern sa step 3 para makuha natin yung complete factored form niya. Okay, di ba? Madali lang. So, that is, kopyahin lang natin yung ating A. Ito yung ating A ha. Ito yung ating A. Ito yung ating B. Ito yung A. Ito yung B. Huwag kayong maguluhan. Okay, so kopyahin natin yung A natin. AB squared plus, okay, plus 9 times yung ating A ulit. AB squared minus 9. So, yan na yung ating sagot. Okay? So, I hope na-gets niyo yung ating topic. Okay? So, ito yung ating complete factored form. Alright, let's proceed to example number 4. Write x raised to 4 minus 81 in completely factored form. Okay? So, step 1 pa rin tayo, express the first and second term in exponential form with a power of 2. So, x raised to 4. So, yan ay magiging x squared raised to 2. Diba? Then, yung 81 naman, dito ko na lang isulat ha, para hindi matabunan. Yung 81 naman is 9 squared. Okay, ayan. So, step 2, is-subtract na natin yung ating dalawang terms following the pattern. So, x squared raised to 2 minus 9 squared. And then, i-ano na natin siya? Okay, i-factor na natin completely following the pattern. So, we have here x squared. Okay, raised to 2 minus 9 squared equals to, so we have here x squared plus, okay, x squared plus 9, yung ating b dyan, which is 9, times x squared minus 9. Okay, kung mapapansin ninyo class, hindi pa ito yung ating pinaka-complete na factored form. Dahil itong quantity of x squared minus 9, yan ay difference of 2 squares. Diba? Difference of 2 squares. Bakit? Ito x squared, yung 9 ay 3 squared. Tama? Okay, sige. So, isolve natin siya. Itong x squared minus 9, yan ay difference of 2 squares. Okay, so, perfect 2 squares. So, yan ay magiging x squared minus 3 squared. Kasi yung 9 natin ay 3 squared yan. So, that is equal to x plus 3 times x minus 3. Okay, so therefore, yung ating complete factored form is x squared plus 9. Okay, x squared plus 9 times x plus 3 times x, quantity of x minus 3. So, ito na ngayon yung ating complete factored form ng ating x raised to 4 minus 81. Okay, I hope na gets ninyo itong ating example number 4. Okay, so let's proceed to example number 5. Write a 3w squared minus 48 in completely factored form. So, dito class, tingnan muna natin kung mayroon ba siyang GCF. Okay? So, tingnan muna natin kung mayroong GCF. So, kung yung 48 ba ay divisible by 3. Okay, so dito class, yung 48 is divisible by 3. So, yung ating 48 is divisible by 3. So, therefore, yung ating greatest common factor dito ay 3. So, i-factor out natin yung 3 muna dito. So, ito ay magiging, ganito siya class ha, 3 Okay, 3 times W squared minus 16. Okay, kasi finactor out natin yung 3 dito. Okay, finactor out natin yung 3. Tapos, itong nasa loob ng ating quantity na W squared minus 16 is a difference of 2 perfect square. Okay? So, ito ay magiging, ito muna, isolve muna natin itong W squared minus 16. So, ito ay magiging W squared minus, yung 16 natin is 4 squared. And that is equal to, yung ating pattern dito, which is W plus 4 times the quantity of W minus 4. Okay, di ba? Napakadali lang. So, therefore, yung kanyang complete factored form is 3W squared minus 48 is equal to 3 times W plus 4 times the quantity of W minus 4. Okay, so ito yung ating final answer. So yan ang kanyang complete factored form. Okay, so I hope na gets ninyo yung ating lesson. Di ba napakadali lang, class? See you again in our next video lesson. Thank you.